Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're gonna watch Ashley Russell, and she's one of the top reps in Arbonne. And we're just gonna get right into it because I'm losing daylight and I'm really hungry. So don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, big shout out to my channel members. Let's start with the first clip. There's a few of them that I have.
Hey guys, we're gonna talk about the whole starting a network marketing business is a risk. It's risky. Let's break this down actually, okay? Starting a network marketing business is not a risk. Starting a brick and mortar business is way riskier, right? You've got startup costs and investment, you've got inventory, space, hires, operation costs, equipment. What else you got? You are sinking so much money into starting a physical store, whereas network marketing is a business in a box. I work for Arbonne. Hello, I'm Ashley Russell if you don't know me. It was $65 to start my business, and I started with one bag of protein. My business cost was around $150 to start this business, including the product. This is where most people come in and tell me you're going to lose more money than you make because you have to spend a bunch of stuff and buy a bunch of product. In Arbonne, you don't have to. There's no spends. You pay $65 to start your business. That's it. You now have the ability to sell. You don't have to. The business is simple, and the risk factor, it's you. The risk is your habits, it's your patterns, it's your self-sabotage stuff, it's your mindset, it's your ability to show up, it's the ability to work for yourself like you work for someone else. The risk is you. It's not the financial investment, that's the risk. We're being roped into something crazy. The business itself is simple. Sell product, earn commission. Build a team, earn more commission. That's it. The risk factor is, are you gonna show up to build the business? You don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. You're the risk.
I've got to make sure to flex that abs when you're getting up off the chair, right? Wow, she's so condescending. I have covered her, I think, a few times by now. Mostly, I think it was like interviews with other people, other Arbonne Huns, but she is rude as fuck, in my opinion. This is so condescending. Like, this is victim blaming 101. Up to 99% of people that join all multi-level marketing companies out there, not just Arbonne, up to 99% of them never make any profit. This is proven by the FTC. There are data and statistics that show this one fact. And you're gonna still sit there and tell people, oh, it's you. It's you. Really? Really, Ashley? That is so disgusting, in my opinion. And it's not true. And I'm going to link the income disclosure statement from Arbonne down below in the description box. You can take a look at it. You're going to see the majority of people, Arbonne distributors, are not making any profit. It's a scammy business model. Only top 1% or less make all the money. They make the money based off their downline's hard work. So the people that are at the bottom usually work the most, and they don't even profit. And also, Arbonne products are really expensive, and as they say, well, you're not gonna have to buy any products or anything, but of course you're gonna be wanting to use the products to be able to advertise better on your social media and try to sell it to people, try to recruit people. You have to be the product of the product. That's just how it is. And you're absolutely gonna keep spending money on Arbonne products if you join. So let's move to the next clip.
I was just driving and it's like this beautiful day and I'm listening to music and I'm like, man, I fucking love my life. And I think it's because I'm in luteal, and you guys know when you're in luteal, that shit comes for you. And I had this thought, and it transferred me back to when I was like fresh 23 years old. I had a really little baby and I had a toddler, and I didn't know it at the time because I don't want to age myself, but social media was not a thing at the time, so I didn't know about this. But I had raging postpartum depression, like raging. And like looking back now, I can see it so clearly, but I had no clue at the time. I just thought I really hated my life. And I've actually never, I'm gonna get through this, never said this on Instagram, which is funny because I'm such an open book here. I've only ever told my family, but I used to drive the back roads. I would drop my kids off with my mom so that she could watch them while I went to the gym.
You're an open book. You literally don't want to say how old you are. Wow, such an open book.
And I would just drive by myself, and it was like this one thing that I had, but it was an escape from my life at the time. It was an escape, and I didn't know that it wasn't supposed to feel like that. And I would just like visualize driving away. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just going to drive away. Like, this is where my peace is. It's in the car. And as I was driving today, just like so grateful for my life. Like, my husband's name is on my hat. I have an amazing partner who helps me. We have 4 beautiful children. And he's just like, he's this amazing stepdad to, you know, his stepkids too, right? He came in when I was a single mom with 3 kids, and it just like gave me this huge moment of gratitude where it's like, you used to want to drive away from your life and now look how much you love it. So if you are in that spot where you are like not having a good time in life, just know that just because you are there right now, it does not mean that you are gonna stay there.
Okay, I understand the message, but I feel like whenever an MLM leader says stuff like this, I feel like they're just trying to be relatable to these people who are struggling so that they can recruit them into their MLM at the end of the day. I really hope that wouldn't be the case, that she's not sharing all of this because of that, but I can't help to think that she has an ulterior motive when she shares something so vulnerable. Obviously, postpartum sucks, and I'm sorry she went through that. I've had my own struggles in the past where I also hated my life and did not want to keep on living my life. I don't know. I don't use it to recruit people into an MLM. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. So let's just move on to the next one.
I'm Ashley Russell. I'm a mom of 4, and I'm a top 1% network marketing business coach. I hear so often just quick things off the top of people's heads. Everybody in network marketing is predatory. It's gross. 90% of people who are in the business lose money. And I'm here to tell you that, like, on the God, network marketing is a people-driven business. It really depends on who you are with in business and how you act and operate inside of this industry. That is what creates the business. So I'm going to tell you a story about my lived experience with becoming a personal trainer. I was just getting into fitness. I didn't really know too much. I hired somebody to personal train me. Now, we did a stretching session at the beginning of our sessions together, and he like grabbed my shoulders and pulled them back into a stretch, and I let him know, I was like, oh, that's a little bit like too hard, that hurts. And he peeks around my face and goes, a big chest needs a big stretch. Disgusting, right? Like, not what I'm looking for in a personal trainer. Gross. Now, later in life, I still chose to educate myself and become a personal trainer. My lived experience of somebody else doing this job poorly did not stop me from wanting to become somebody who could do it well. Why do most people not take this concept inside of network marketing? They hear of an experience.
Because it's not the same thing. If you're joining an MLM, you're becoming an independent contractor for that MLM company, and you're joining a profession where it's statistically proven that the majority of people never make any profit. You have 99% of chances of never making any profit in the MLM business. So comparing it to personal training is not the same thing.
Experience through their friend, or they have an experience of their own, and they write off the entire industry as a joke, a scam, no one makes money, it's so predatory, all of the things. You are letting somebody do.
Funny that she's saying, oh, this is not predatory at all, when she just talked about postpartum and maybe used it to recruit vulnerable people into Arbonne. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know why she posted that. Maybe she just wanted to share, and that's fine. But that's what it looks like to me, preying on people. Also, what? It's not true that the majority of people don't make any profit. The Arbonne's income disclosure statement is linked in the description box of this video as well. If you take a look at it, you're going to see that the majority of people are not making any profit. So these are proven facts that the majority of people don't make any money. So are you trying to make it sound like it's not true? It's true. It's proven. Arbonne's own income disclosure statement proves this.
Do this business poorly stop you from doing it well? For me, I don't accept that. I know that I have the ability to do something so well that other people suck at. I know that I would never cold message somebody when I get cold messages still. Hey girl, love your page. Do you? Did you look at it before you brought me your business offer? Just because somebody does something poorly does not mean that you cannot enter the space, dominate it, change the narrative, and do it well while creating something amazing for yourself. Stop letting it hold you back.
All right. Again, it's all bullshit because you can't really apply that to an MLM because it's a scammy business model, in my opinion. It's very unethical. Let's move on to the next one.
Are you in a place where people are shit talking you because you're doing something different right now and it's kind of holding you back? I'm going to reframe this with you. The same people who will laugh and mock at you when you start your business, when you start putting yourself out there, will be the same people who, when you're successful, run around telling everybody that they know you. And trust me, it's worth sticking around for that plot twist. So keep turning those pages because they're shit talking now, but you are going to be their claim to fame when you're successful because they never tried hard enough. to succeed at anything on their own.
Can I ask, what is with this pose? Like, why are you bending over like that to the phone? Can you not? Does it have something to do with like showing off her body, or does it have something to do with like looking at people from above? That type of thing? Like, is it a mind fuck of some sort? I don't know. It's BS. Let's move on. Just power through all of these.
I just led a support call for my team on overthinking content because I've noticed a really big theme coming up for everybody that I'm coaching right now where they're just so in their head about content. And so I am actually posting this to show you that you're overthinking it and it's not that serious. There is so much content out there right now that is, made by ChatGPT. It is fully aesthetic. There's no connection there. There's no humanness there. So if you're seeing this, give yourself full permission to show up as a human. Let someone feel connected to you and feel seen in your journey, because sometimes it's also bigger than you and it's going to give them permission to start showing up. So here I am. Okay. I'm a top 1% network marketing coach. I coached tonight in my freaking sweatpants and an oversized t-shirt. My husband brought me dinner at this table that I work in my son's room. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be super aesthetic. It doesn't have to be overthought. Show up. You deserve to be seen.
There's one more clip that I want to watch with you guys, and this one is a little bit longer. Well, it's only like 5.5 minutes, so let's listen.
Hello. I just got off a business coaching call and then I had this thought come to my mind, like this memory, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it live and I'm going to talk about this. You can see in the title, Be Realistic. Sound familiar? So I have had, a lot of my teams, I've coached a lot around this. People are telling me to be realistic. This happened to me too. And I was like really early in my business. And you guys, I work in network marketing. We know the stats, right? Like there's a top 1% and a top 2% for a reason. So there's a lot of space when you start a network marketing business for people to be like, just be realistic. Most people fail. And you're like, cute way of encouraging me. The fuck? But when I started my business, somebody close to me in my life actually took me aside and was like, listen, I think that you are embarrassing yourself. And like, you think you're going to get the car and you think you're going to go on the trips and you think you're going to earn a bunch of money, but you're not. So is this something that like you really want to do and like be seen doing? And at the time I was so taken aback. Like this was the first time somebody had ever said something like this to me. So I just kind of like got in my car. I was like, yeah, okay, thanks, I guess. The fuck? And I got in my car and drove away. And if I could go back to that moment in time when they were saying this to me, I would have sat them down so fucking hard, because at the end of the day, when you're doing something and people are like, just be realistic. What you want is a reality for somebody. It exists somewhere out in the world already, right? Like for me in network marketing, there are a lot of people. It's not just like one or two, like there are a lot of people who are in that 1% and 2%. It happens. It's a reality for people. So when they're saying that to you, they're actually saying, be realistic. I know that this thing exists in the world, but it's not realistic for you. And it is the most disrespectful thing somebody can say to you, because they are fully aware that the reality exists in the world, but they are telling you that how dare you go for this, because this is not a reality that you can create. That should make...
They're not wrong though. When it comes to MLMs, you have 99% of chances of never making money. The best time to join an MLM is when it's launching, when it's only a new company and it's not oversaturated, or if you have a big following on social media that you can recruit into the MLM, or if you're jumping ship from one MLM to another, then of course you can bring your whole team and then you're going to be successful in that oversaturated MLM. To be successful in an MLM, you have to have these few circumstances in order to be successful. Otherwise, you're joining, again, statistically proven that you're joining a business where 99% of people don't make any profit. And it's not true that they don't make any profit because they suck at this business. That's just BS. That's just victim blaming. These people are scammed into joining a product-based pyramid scheme, in my opinion. And you're there sitting like, kick them while they're down. Oh, you're not successful. Not because you were scammed and manipulated when you were vulnerable, but because you suck at doing this business. Jesus, imagine being in her downline.
You very fucking angry. It shouldn't make you change your goals. It shouldn't make you show up for them any differently. It should make you angry. How dare somebody try to put their limits on you and tell you that something that exists out there in the world is not possible for you because they doubt your potential outright and they felt comfortable enough to tell that to your face. So I want you to carry that with you the next time that you are doing something that seems delusional and somebody is like, you know what, just be realistic. I have absolutely no fucking interest in what you deem to be reality because I create my own. Right? I think about that all the time. When I'm driving in that car I earned. When I am top 10 for those trips in North America that I earn. When I now support a full family of 6 on that income from that business. They thought that this reality was out of my reach because they doubted who I am as a fucking person. They did not doubt that this reality exists. They doubted me, that I would be able to achieve it. So when you're doing something new, scary, maybe it's like out of the realm for you. I am doing a live, so I can't talk right now. I want you to really think about the fact that, like, okay, be realistic. This is a reality that's in the world. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted, but they doubt my ability to create it. And that means that this person actually doesn't think very highly of me at all. Or maybe they're trying to save me embarrassment because they feel embarrassed watching me go for it because how dare I think that I am capable.
Maybe some people say those things because they don't like you, they think you're embarrassing yourself, or they don't want you to succeed or whatever. But there are actual family members, friends, partners who are concerned for their partners, and they probably won't say, hey, you're embarrassing yourself. Maybe they would, but a lot of the times it's not. No, they just know that it's a scammy business model, or they see these people spending so much money on product, working, not making any profit, working for free for these MLMs, and they just want to help them out. They want them out of the MLM. So it just depends. This is your situation, but you're not relatable at all, in my opinion.
So just a reminder, you don't need permission. You can go create whatever reality you want, whether or not it is what was in your world as you were growing up. And this is like the threshold for people, right? Like there are people who are born into families of billionaires. They have lots of money. They can do whatever they want in life. But if you are not born into that and you decide you are going to go create a different reality for yourself, people will be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Be realistic. This is where you are. You don't have to accept that limit. That's not your limit. That's their limit. And I think that especially as women, we need to get so much more comfortable calling people out on their shit. Like I froze the first time someone said that to me. I was like, okay, well, thanks. And then it just kind of like sat in my head and like made me doubt myself. But as women, especially when we do things, we need to get more comfortable just calling them on their shit. Right? Like if I could go back.
You can call people on their shit and whatnot, but you also have to think, why is this person telling me this? Who is this person? Are they trying to help me? Do they want the best for me? Are they concerned? Not everyone who is not supporting you in your shitty MLM business, in my opinion, is a hater. I think it's really important to differentiate what is happening and like take a step back and look at the full situation logically. Ask a friend for advice, before you're like, oh, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah. That attitude can be toxic.
In time I would be like, but there are people at the top of network marketing companies. That happens. That's a possibility. That is a reality that a lot of people are living. So you are telling me right now that you think that I am not capable of that. You think that I could not build that business because I haven't done it. You think that I will never be able to accomplish that. We need to start making other people feel a hell of a lot more uncomfortable for doubting us than just taking it. How fucking dare they? Next time somebody says be...
Or you can just ignore and move on with your life. Well, why do we have to be aggressive? Why do we have to get on their level and be like aggressive or rude or whatnot? That's just my take on that, I guess. I don't know.
Realistic to you. What are we going to say? I have no interest in your version of reality. That's all.
Wow. Okay. I guess this is her whole branding, isn't it? She's like this very confident woman that's gonna say everything to your face. She's not taking shit from anyone, but fact is, she's a huge scammer, in my opinion, in a product-based pyramid scheme, in my opinion. And the majority of people in her huge downline are working for free. they're not making any profit. She's the one actually that earns money based off of her downline's hard work. So all of this thing, all this attitude stuff that she's saying is just BS when, again, you take a step back, look at the full situation, realize that she's a scammer, in my opinion, and this is all BS again. Maybe you can apply it to something else, but it just depends on the situation. But anyway, losing daylight, starving. So I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Leave your thoughts down below. Like if you enjoyed the video, and big shout out to my channel members as always. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.